way all the way along Robinson Road to Tanjong Pagar, including the Marina Bay area. So where is this area? So as you can see, the circumference denoted by the red color line, red color circumference, this is exactly where our CBD is, Central Business District boundary. So from Tanjong Pagar on this area, okay, we have the Shenton Way, Robinson Road, and then this is the Marina Bay area. This is our MBS, when we have some of the financial MBFC is here. So this small little area is our current CBD in Singapore. And our current CBD in Singapore, okay, commands a very high rental. Our grade A office command as high as $9 per square foot per month rental. Okay. So the current western part of Singapore, okay, the western part of Singapore is the largest region in Singapore, covering a land area of 25,000 hectares. So how big is 1 hectare? 1 hectare is about 10,000 square meters. So that's a very big area. So, or 36% of our total land is in the west, or zoned as the west. So you can see from this URA master plan, okay, the west, okay, we have a very big area. It's all zoned under the west. Of course, we have central, north, northeast, and the east region. And from this URA master plan, you can also see that the west region is currently, okay, our country's largest manufacturing hub. So you can see under the zoning is under B2, this purple color is all manufacturing, all industrial. So currently the west is the largest manufacturing area in Singapore. Okay, at the same time, okay, we also have our 2 big universities located in the west. NUS along Clementi Road, and NTU, right, at Jurong West. We also have our very popular Singapore Polytechnic and Ngee Polytechnic all along Clementi Road. So we have all these big tertiary institutions all in the west. Okay, at the same time, not only educational institution, we do have our existing Jurong International Business Park here at Jurong East, and we also have our One North Business Park at One North Station. So existingly, before any transformation, before any upcoming offices are built or industries are built, okay, we do have 2 very big business districts here. So the upcoming second CBD of Singapore, so where is it located? Okay, so from URA master plan, we can see that there are basically 3 areas of transformation, okay, in the next 10 years or so. Number 1 is Jurong District here. Number 2 is Jurong Innovation District. Number 3 is Tuas Port. So I'll take some time to go through each and every one of them, okay? So before that, I just want you to watch a video on the Jurong Lake District. It's about a 3 minutes video. Okay, so I was checking with some of my colleagues. They are saying the video is a bit lag, so I'm not so sure. Maybe it's my Wi-Fi or something. Okay, I do apologize, but nevertheless, you can actually see the video at this jld.sg website, or you can go to YouTube to find it. It's all uploaded there, so you can watch it at your own on your own pace. Okay, so at a glance, is this whole area surrounding Jurong East MRT station all the way to Chinese Garden and the whole lake area is called the Jurong Lake District. So, and this area will become our second CBD in Singapore. So how big is this? So this whole area is about 160 hectares of developer land, and more than 100,000 jobs will be created. So as you can see, there are still a lot of land in that area to be developed. So it's going to be very exciting. Right now we have all the shopping malls there like JCube, Jam, Westgate, and there are going to be more and more offices, and to really create this area to become second CBD. So this is not something new. In fact, way back in somewhere in 2008, a master plan, right? The government has already planned this area to become our second CBD. Okay, so I also have some, I want to address some concerns because I have a lot of friends, a lot of clients, and in fact, even some agents have asked me, right? We all know that the high-speed rail project has been postponed, right? And a lot of clients are saying, so does it mean that the whole entire project of developing Jurong Lake District into a second CBD, okay, will also be postponed or cancelled? Okay, the short answer is no. Okay, so I quote our Minister of National Development, Mr. Lawrence Wong. Okay, he spoke in Parliament. You can also watch his YouTube video that was uploaded. He says that regardless of whether the Kuala Lumpur-Singapore high-speed rail project proceeds, the overall impetus and vision for Jurong Lake District have not changed. So in short, right, the high-speed rail project is just one final piece, okay, on adding on to this, our transformation into this Jurong Lake District. This whole area will proceed as planned. So I just want to talk about this point. Okay, I do have another Jurong Innovation District video. So in the event the video is a bit laggy, so don't worry. I'll probably send you all the link to watch it again. So, okay, 3 minutes.
Jurong Innovation District, or JID, a new vibrant mixed-use district. Technology and the surrounding area, JID will be a living innovation district where enterprise, technology, and people will come together. It will be where more than 100,000 people will work, live, play, learn, and create. NTU will be integrated within the district, bridged by an open plaza to create an open learning and innovative environment. JID will integrate spaces for living with spaces for learning and spaces to build and create, housing researchers, students, innovators, and businesses. The district will be a campus of ideas that facilitates interaction and collaboration. To a next next-generation industrial park. Here, companies will house R&D and prototyping labs, advanced manufacturing and robotics, and maker spaces. This co-location of complementary activities will transform how companies create products and services of the future. JID will also be Singapore's largest living lab. The district will enable the testing and development of future technologies, such as self-driving vehicles, smart robots, assistive technologies, and other smart solutions. By bringing students, startups, and industry together, JID will facilitate innovation and enable ideas to be translated into new products and services. The Jurong West residential area will be connected to JID at various points. Designed with a car-light approach, there will also be residential developments within the district to take advantage of the lush green surroundings. The night is forever young at Jurong Innovation District. At the eastern end of the district, the pedestrian walkway flows into an urban plaza linked to public transport networks. Here, one can mingle, shop, and dine at a range of retail, lifestyle, and F&B outlets. Jurong Innovation District, the future of innovation for enterprise, learning, and living.
Okay, so sorry. I think some of you feedback again, the video is lagging. Okay, don't worry. I only have one more very short video and the rest should be fine. Okay, so sorry about that. Okay, so in short, Jurong Innovation District, okay, it's going to be a little bit like the Silicon Valley. It's going to be a manufacturing, it's going to be a research and development hub, right? And it's expected to provide up to 95,000 jobs, new jobs when it's completed. Okay, so this is exactly where it's going to be located and how it is so easy to travel to the other parts of the Western Singapore. Okay, so in total there are 5 zones. Okay, separated into 5 zones, and altogether is about 600 hectare. Okay, development. So it's once again, it's very big. Okay. And some of the tenants or potential tenants are coming in, including companies like Siemens and Bosch. So this whole area is going to be very, very exciting. Okay. In terms of connectivity, there will be new MRT lines that will run through this area, Jurong Innovation District. So as you can see on the right side, right, the new Jurong Region line, there are total 24 stations, and a lot of stations will run through the Jurong Innovation District to join all the way to the CBD of Singapore, Jurong East and the Jurong Town Hall. This is where these 2 stations will be connected to the upcoming CBD of Singapore. Okay, the upcoming Tuas Megaport, this is my third portion. Okay, just another 1 minute video, bear with me if it's lagging.
Tanjung Pagar, with Brani, with Keppel, with Pasir Panjang, is one of the busiest ports in the world. Business is good, the port has been very successful, it's growing, it's reaching its limits. So we are building a new port in Tuas. Bigger, more efficient, almost double the present capacity. And then we can stay a hub port and make sure the business stays here. And when this is done, we can move from Tanjung Pagar to Tuas. Starting 2027, when the port's leases expire, and when they move to Tuas, we will free up the prime land in Tanjung Pagar. And there, we can build the southern waterfront city. This is
okay. So our port will be transferred or be developed in Tuas, and this is a very nice picture from PSA. Okay, starting 2021. Okay, our Tuas port will start. Okay, at 2021. So it will be developed in 4 phases. Okay, and the first phase will be starting in 2021. Okay, we have 65 million container capacity, around the size of 2 Ang Mo Kio. Okay, in short, it's going to be the world's world's largest automated terminal. Okay, from Brani to Pasir Panjang, all will be shifted here. Okay. Okay, as you can see from the screen here, I have highlighted, okay, the maritime industry currently employs approximately 170,000 people. Okay, and on the right side, I have highlighted again, okay, because some of you might be concerned. Automated terminal, does it mean that everything will be all robots and people will be retrenched? Okay, the government assures us that, okay, despite the port capacity doubling, all right, more jobs are likely to be created despite the automation. Why? In short, more people that is more highly skilled, more knowledgeable will be needed to manage all the automation in this terminal. If so, we are talking about more high-skilled labor will be working at Tuas. So, not to worry, in more than 170,000 jobs, the current jobs will be all working at Tuas, right? So you can also see that CNA has also done a report, right? Our maritime industry, okay, contributes 7% of the our Singapore's GDP growth and also employs 170,000 workers. Okay, so lastly, I want to talk about supply and demand. Okay, so this is the zonal district, our postal district in Singapore. So District 22 is one of the largest area in the West, okay, District 22. So I just want to do a very simple comparison with one of the smallest district in the East, okay. The purple color is the East region, right, District 15. So I just want to see whether, what kind of, how many developments are there in the West, District 22 versus District 15. So I went to 99.co, okay. I did it today, so I did a check. So within this District 22, right, there are only 22 projects. This whole big area, there are only 22 projects in District 22. So when compared to District 15, District 15 has a total of 487 condos or apartments. Okay, so I'm not saying that there's a oversupply in District 15. What it means that traditionally in District 22, right, there's a lot of land is dedicated to manufacturing, a lot of land is dedicated to HDB. So there are not too many private residential developments in District 22. So therefore, in this, if I were to go back, right, in this whole big area of District 22, we are only talking about 22 private residential or condominium. So that's, to me, very, very, very low in supply. So, of course, my question is, are the current condos and apartments, okay, new jobs in Jurong Lake District, 95,000 new jobs in Jurong Innovation District, and 170,000 new jobs in Tuas Megaport. So this is some food for thought. This you can think it through. You can do your own due diligence. But I think we have 300,000 jobs that will be created in this decade as we speak. So definitely there will be a lot of housing demand as more people start to work here. Okay, so the last topic: how can you take advantage now? So I also like to take this this time to introduce myself. Okay, I'm Benjamin. I'm in this industry for 15 years. Okay, and in the last few years, I've been focusing on a lot on the west side developments, and I've sold a lot of projects in this area. So I'm very competent in this west area. At the same time, I'm also very honored to be awarded the Meritorious Award. I'm the first PropNex agent to be awarded, and Mr. Heng Swee Kiat has given me this award, okay, on behalf of PropNex last year. So, okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to run through with you some of the current projects that PropNex is marketing. Okay, so we have approximately 12 existing projects that you can visit and you can buy into now. So I'll just run through every single one of them. Okay, it's all in the West region. So of course I'm not going to take too much of the time to go through every project. Okay, that probably might be another topic. So I'll just pick up one most important or one very good reason why you should buy this project. So if you're keen in any projects that you see, please contact the PropNex agent that has invited you into this webinar, and then he will be able to share with you more about the project in private. So I'll just run through all the projects. The first one, okay, one good reason why Park Clementi's. Okay, Park Clementi is actually the largest land size new launch condo in the West. It's located in Clementi, approximately about 500 meters to the MRT. So, so what's good about big land size? Okay, this development, we are talking about 633,000 square feet of land. And with this big land size comes with a lot of facilities. Okay, we are talking about 3 times 50 meters swimming pool and 100 meters beach pool. So that's a lot of facilities and a lot of swimming pool for you to enjoy. Okay, the second project, Twin View. One reason why it's good. Okay, it is approximately about 1 to 2 kilometers to Jurong Lake District. So as I've just explained, Jurong Lake District is going to be the second CBD of Singapore. So another 100,000 jobs will be created there. And this particular project, Twin View, is most likely going to TOP within a year's time. And then it will definitely benefit, okay, from its proximity to the second CBD of Singapore. Okay, then of course, beside Twin View, we have Whistler Grand. So simply put, it is currently the cheapest new launch project in the West. And it's definitely fast selling, very popular. I encourage everyone to take a look at this project, right? The entry price is the lowest, and therefore your risk is also lower. Okay, one good reason why Cambridge Hill Residences. So Cambridge Hill Residences is located near in District 5, Pasir Panjang area, right? This is one project that has direct connection to Cambridge Park. So for nature lovers, right, for people that like to enjoy, like to exercise, like to jog, from your development itself, right, there is a side gate or back gate that links you directly to Cambridge Park. Not only that, it is also very near to the Greater Southern Waterfront transformation. So of course, every project I can talk many good points, but I will just keep it very short, right? Cambridge Hill Residences is one project where you are linked to Cambridge Park, and Cambridge Park is also linked to the other parks of Singapore. So at your doorstep, nature at your doorstep. And one good reason why View at Kismis, okay, in View at Kismis is located very near to Beauty World, and currently it is the lowest quantum, right, lowest purchase price or lowest selling price project. For a 2-bedroom in that area, we are talking about less than 1 million. Okay, I just look at the data. We can still get a 2-bed, 2-bath for 900 over 1,000. So do contact your PropNex agent to give you more information about this project. Okay, and Mayfair Gardens and Mayfair Modern, right, is one development. Okay, so currently it is the cheapest along the stretch of Bukit Timah. So, excuse me. So Bukit Timah, we do have several other projects currently selling and also upcoming. And by far along, if you want to enter Bukit Timah, a new launch project, Mayfair Gardens or Modern currently is the cheapest along this area. Also at this area, approximately 550 meters from Beauty World MRT, you have Daintree Residence. So Daintree Residence, what makes it stand out is this developer has put in all the quality fittings in this development. Okay, currently of all the projects that I know, okay, pardon me if I'm wrong, but of all the projects that I know in this area, Daintree Residence is the only one that provides marble flooring for every single unit. Yes, marble flooring in the living room for the 1-bedroom, for the 2-bedroom, for the 3 bedrooms, and even marble flooring for kitchen. So this is something that I find something it stands out from the rest of the development. Okay, not only that, you even get marble top for your bathroom top, vanity top. So Daintree, very high quality fittings. So if you want to go for quality, you need to visit this project. And Dairy Farm Residences. So Dairy Farm Residences, right, it is mixed development. It has retail and shops on the first floor. At the same time, if you know where's the location, it's quite near to Chester, right? It's beside some of the existing projects like Treehouse, Forest, Residences. So in that whole area, it's all surrounded by nature. So if you want to stay near nature, but at the same time, if you want convenience, you want amenities, you want to be able to shop, right? This is a mixed development. You can just go to the first floor and there will already be retail and F&B. So it's very, very convenient. And Mount Botanic, okay, Mount Botanic Residence, this is a freehold development at Hillview. So if you want freehold, okay, this is one development that you can visit, right? We do not have a lot of freehold developments in the West, so this is just one of them. Okay, another freehold development is called Bukit 828. So this is currently the cheapest freehold development that's near MRT. In fact, it's right in the middle of two MRT stations between Bukit Panjang and Cashew. So it's about 450 meters from the MRT station. So from here, when you go to Bukit Panjang MRT, you also have your Helium Mall, and of course, you have your existing Bukit Panjang Mall and 10 Mile Junction, right? You can get a 2-bed, 2-bath at Bukit 828 starting from 1 million. So that is really, really a very low entry price. Okay, next up we have Midwood. Okay, and Midwood currently, okay, Midwood is a mixed development, and currently compared to all the projects in the West, it is currently the nearest to the MRT. So it's approximately about 350 meters or so to Hillview MRT station. So if you want to buy something that is very near to MRT station, so Midwood is one project that you should look for. Okay, last but not least, Le Quest. So this is not a new launch project. I should say this is a project that we sold somewhere around 2 years plus ago. The good thing here is it is going to TOP very soon. Okay. At this moment, okay, at the same time, we have, this is also mixed development. You have anchor tenants like McDonald's, FairPrice, NTUC, FairPrice, and Kofu. Okay, so very convenient. And with the upcoming Jurong Region line, okay, it's only about 600 to 700 meters away from Tengah Park MRT station. So if you want something that is ready, you do not want to sell a house and rent a place to wait for a new launch. So PropNex agent, okay, let him use some information on this development. It's a mixed development, right? Okay, so we also have some upcoming projects, okay, that's going to be launched in this year and also next year, right? So I'll also quickly go through some of the projects. Okay, first off, we have one development at Clementi Avenue 1. So as you can see here, is the project will be located around here. The show flat currently is being built here. There's one existing condominium called the Clement Canopy. It's a fully sold development. So the interesting thing about this development here is you can see the HDB flats here. Currently there is under construction, so we cannot access. So from Clement Canopy, currently we need to walk all the way out to the main road to the MRT station, and it takes about it's about 1 kilometer, so it's a bit far. So when this new development is completed, right, we can actually access through the HDB, because by then the HDB will be fully completed, and we can go through the overhead bridge, cut across, and we can reach 321 Clementi, and we can reach Courts and the McDonald's here. So it's not too far away from the upcoming development. Okay, next one, One North. So this development will be right beside the existing One North residences. So why is this development going to be very popular? Okay, simply put, this development is even more, I believe, highly in demand. Because why? There is very little supply in this area. Okay, existingly, you have One North residences. This whole area is the One North business district, Fusionopolis, right? So all the officers, all the tenants, potential tenants and people working here, okay, we only have one Rochester condo, one Dover Park View and one Heritage View. So these two developments are very old, okay? And currently, so we only have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 private residential serving the entire One North estate. So this area is really, really short of supply. So One North, this One North gateway is something that I think everyone should look into. Now, of course, we have Momentum Park. Okay, Momentum Park is just right beside our Science Park and across the road to our One North district. So similarly, this whole area, we only have one big development called Momentum Park. Okay, and potential tenant profile, okay, can all come from Science Park and the One North district. At the same time, very similarly to Cambridge residences, this development will have a direct access to Cambridge Park. Okay, so from your development, you can enjoy immediate access to the entire Cambridge Park. So for nature lovers, for people that want to rent to immediate tenant profiles from Science Park and One North, okay, Monument Park is one development that you should look at. And then we have key residences. This is 999 leasehold project, okay, located inside Sunset Way, right? This is, we are very close to Beauty World. We are very close to Ngee Polytechnic. Okay, we are also located in the Clementi area, therefore also very near to Jurong Lake District when it's developed. So 999, so something for people that prefer freehold or 999. Okay, and then the link at Beauty World. This is an en bloc project, Go and Go building. So as you can see, this is almost right above Beauty World MRT station. Okay, it's connected directly to Beauty World MRT station. And the best part is this is a freehold development. So freehold development right beside MRT station, okay, along Bukit Timah. Okay, and this whole entire Beauty World will have a lot of transformation. Okay, I will not be able to touch on this Beauty World transformation today because that have to be another topic, but rest assured that all this empty land that you see will all be mixed development. So there'll be more shopping malls in this area. This whole area will have a new community center. You will have a transport hub, and therefore this link at Beauty World is going to be one very, very, very hot project when it's launched. So stay tuned. And then we have Verdale. So Verdale is located here. Similarly, it's along this Jurong Kechil area, very near to Beauty World. So Beauty World MRT is here. It's just a short walk. And then Verdale, very low density development. And then we have another project, Forat at Bukit Timah. This is a freehold development, just opposite Daintree Residences. So similarly, we are all in the vicinity of Beauty World. We will all benefit from the Beauty World transformation. So plus, this is a freehold development. So look out for this one. Okay, so I've come to the end of my seminar today. Most importantly, a lot of information I've shared, but what is my main message today, right? What is my main message? Okay, we will all witness the 3 major transformations in the West in this decade, starting right now, right? These 10 years. Namely, 3 of them will be Jurong Lake District, Jurong Innovation District, and Tuas Megaport. And this transformation, as we speak, will create approximately 365,000 new jobs. We're not talking about the existing jobs, not the existing jobs in the Jurong Business Park or One North or Tuas or Jurong Island. We are talking about new jobs being created, 365,000. And of course, I share with you when I compare District 22 to District 15 or even other areas, right? District 22 itself, the main area of the West has a very, very low supply of private residential projects. In fact, we only have 22 projects in District 22. So therefore, with 365,000 new jobs going to be created and with only 22 projects in District 22, based on the basic law of supply and demand, okay, there is going to be a lot of demand for housing in this area, and it will continue to be very strong. Okay, last but not least, All right, we do not want to wait for the entire transformation, okay, the end of 10 years before we enter. We want to enter right now as we speak. A lot of transformation has started. The Tuas Megaport has started. Jurong Lake District has started. And the next 10 years, this transformation the West will totally be different. So what we want to do right now is to enter before this whole development, this whole infrastructure is built, so that we can enter, currently still at a very low entry price, and we grow and we ride the wave of government's transformation together. Okay, so I'm open for Q&A. Okay, Eddie, host, can you help me out? Okay, stop share. Okay, so let me answer some of the questions. Okay. Okay, so for K Song, what is your opinion on key residences? So at this moment, we do not have a lot of facts on this development, but if let's say you want a 999 or freehold project, key residences is one project that you should look at. So Shangrong, okay, why is it the best time of entry into the 22 projects? Okay, the 22 projects is existing. So whatever I shared just now are all upcoming new launches. So what I mean right now is in District 22, right, there are currently only 22 projects, but we are talking about a lot of transformation, a lot of new jobs coming into this area. So that's really not a best time to enter. I would say if you look back 10 years ago in Jurong, we are talking about prices starting from $400-500 per square foot, and today all projects are easily above $1,000 per square foot. So I think as long as you can financially, if you can enter, do enter as soon as possible. Okay, so for Jin Tang, so okay, what about the supply of HDB in the West area? Okay, so I think traditionally Jurong or the West has been a HDB state. So, but HDB is always a home for most people. We are not talking so much about the investment point of view. So and there's a lot of policies and there's a lot of restriction in HDB. So I would say look at HDB as a form of affordable housing instead of a form of investment. So of course, if you can jump from a HDB, okay, to a private, that will be more for you get faster investment value appreciation. Okay. Okay, Terry. So, is it a good time to sell my Centuries condo? Okay, I myself, I used to sell and rent a lot of units in Centuries. This is one of my favorite projects. So, it's integrated and it's easy to rent. Okay, so unless you have found a good intention, okay, you can keep this Centuries development, right? I find that it is good for accessibility, the amenities, and then the price is still very affordable, right? So I myself, I like Centuries a lot. I think it's a very, very good investment that you have. Okay, I see a lot of questions. I will try to answer another 3 more. Okay, there's one from Anonymous. Okay, don't have your name, but never mind. I'll just pick up the question. Okay, how does the second CBD compare to other URA development plans in other parts of Singapore, like Punggol, like Paya Lebar? So, okay, the thing here is this: our Singapore government treat Jurong Lake District or name Jurong Lake District as the second CBD of Singapore. So, like I have explained, the current CBD of Singapore is in Tanjong Pagar, is in Raffles. The second CBD will be in Jurong. The all other areas like your Woodlands, your Tampines, your Paya Lebar, they are called regional centers. So it's very similar to a CBD, but then it's in a smaller scale. It's a smaller scale business hub, okay, to that region. So from this point, Jurong CBD will definitely be a lot bigger and have more jobs in this area than the regional hubs. Okay, from Kang, do you foresee prices for properties in the West surpassing those in the central region in the next decade? Okay, in my own personal opinion, I don't see it surpassing, but I see it catch up because there is a huge gap between what we see in the central and in the west. For example, as I quote you, Wallet residences in Tanjong Pagar, we are talking about $3,000 over per square foot. But in the west, you can still pick up a lot of units in just slightly above $1,000 per square foot. So that's about 3 times more expensive. But from Jurong to our CBD, we are talking about just a 15 minutes drive. So we are not too far away. So I think the prices in the west have a lot to catch up. Okay, so I have one question. Will you be able to share the value appreciation of the 22 existing projects from TOP to 5 or 8 years after TOP? Okay, so this is a topic altogether by itself. We have touched on this topic many times in our consumer seminar. Okay, normally if you look at trend, the project when you first enter at the initial launch all the way until it TOP plus another few years, and then you see that the trend is it will start to stagnate. So if you look at any properties, not only in the West, but we are talking about everywhere in Singapore, right? The trend has always been BUC to TOP plus a few years, and it will start to stagnate. So if you're asking me, you want to look for properties where you can still exit when it's stagnant and go to another properties that will still give you that appreciation, right? Well, thank you all for your questions. It's so many questions. I wouldn't be able to answer all, so probably I'll just pick up one more question. Okay, my panelists will help me to, please help me to answer some of the questions also. Okay, I see a lot of questions asking me freehold versus leasehold. So I think we have also talked about this topic for many times. So probably I'll just give a very general reply because we need to look at a lot of different factors before we decide. The most important factor you have to look at is how much is the difference between a freehold versus a leasehold property in terms of pricing. So for example, let's say in the same area or in the same vicinity, side by side, if a freehold property is selling $2,000 per square foot, but yet you can buy a leasehold property right beside it at $1,000 per square foot. So should you buy a leasehold or a freehold? In my opinion, then I think the leasehold property at $1,000 per square foot or 50% cheaper than the freehold property will have a lot lower risk, right? Because why? Effectively, if you rent out, the tenant is not going to ask you whether this property is freehold or leasehold. They will still pay you similar rent. If you buy a property for 1 million, if your rental can fetch 2,005, the leasehold property will fetch 2,005, the freehold property will fetch 2,005. Then, is there a possibility whereby the freehold property and the leasehold property side by side is very close in pricing? Sometimes it could be as close as maybe just a 10 or 20% difference. So for some of you looking at this kind of properties, then I think it is okay to enter into the freehold property, because why? It gives you extra insurance, and freehold properties will always, there will always be a crowd, or there will always be buyers looking for freehold property. So it's a very, very general market whereby there will be buyers purely just want to look for freehold properties, and therefore, if your property is freehold, but if only if you can enter at a very, very good price as compared to your neighbors who are leasehold property. So generally, that's how I look at it. Okay. Okay. If not, then I'll thank everyone for coming in today. Please do contact your PropNex agent. I'm so sorry I won't be able to reply all the questions, and your PropNex agent. I thank every one of you again for coming in tonight. Can I have our host Eddie to take over? Eddie? Okay, thank you everyone. Thanks for logging in tonight. So we'll have CS every evening for this week. So do contact your PropNex agent. They will send you the meeting ID and password for you to join us every evening at 8 o'clock. So once again, thank you very much. Goodbye.